I thought I was going to say I was going to say Madonna, but it says Maradona. That's how bad my eyes are. But before we talk Maradona, you got a Madonna story. You ever met her?
She gate crashed my 50th.
What do you mean gate? She wasn't invited to your birthday.
No, she came.
Right? Did she get in?
Of course she did.
Why should you get in?
And listen to this. So she's obviously didn't. I mean, I know her manager really, really well, and I didn't even know she was in town, and it was like late at night, 2 or 3 in the morning, and the party's going full swing, and somebody comes up to the bar where I'm standing, and says, "Hey, happy birthday!" And I turned around, it's Madonna, and the first thing I said to her was like, "Who invited you?" And I brought her inside to see the girls who all happened to be dancing to Madonna in the thing. I mean, it was a surreal moment, but she's a strong character, Madonna.
Yeah. She did. Was it O2 recently? Did you go to that?
No.
Not for you.
No, I've seen her once.
Oh, right, okay. At your party, at your house.
No, I've seen her once at the O2, and it was a once in a lifetime.
Maradona, though, you got Maradona story, right? In Argentina, you met him.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I've told this story. It's not going to be news to some people, but on the BeIN tour in '97, we flew from I think it was Japan to South America, and we landed in Buenos Aires, and so we're sitting in this hotel. The bar was almost adjacent to the foyer, and there's about 12, 13 of us all sat around, jet lagged and really lagging, and this procession of the doors burst open, and this kind of small sea of people just kind of come marauding through the foyer. We were all looking over, and they all get in the lifts, and as the lift door shut, I could see Maradona's head, and I was like, "No way, that's Maradona." It was like, "Nah, it's not." I was like, "That's Maradona," and it was at the point where he'd shot some journalist with a rifle, and he was under house arrest.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we said to our security guards, Terry and Kev, "Yeah, I'll go and find out what's going on." So anyway, about 20 minutes later, they come down. They've got 2 other security guards behind them, and they kind of coming over to the table going, and these 2 big Argentinian guys just lean in, and there's loads of us, and they say, "Maradona will only see the brothers."
Wow.
So me and our kid did what good band members did. We said, "See you later, lads."
Yeah.
And we go up to this room, this big roof terrace, and as we go in, he's kind of juggling fruit, and
what, with his feet?
Yeah. And then he put his hand out and said, "Do you want to kiss the hand of God?" and all that. And he was amazing though. It was like, and so somebody had the wherewithal to take this picture, right? And he's got big sweat patches on his t-shirt and all that. And I ended up with the picture, and I gave it to my mum, right? And she's got it in her hallway. And every time I see it, I'll say to her, "I can't remember that night," and she'll say, "Just such a lovely picture of you and Liam, and that little fella looks so happy."
You know it is.
I don't think she has a clue who it is. She's going, "Who's the little fella in the picture?" And I was like, "That's Maradona. That's Maradona." She looks so happy.
Why don't you tell it? You remember the fella go like, "Bass the blade." Why do you tell it? What was his name? No, it wasn't Odd Job, was it?
What, from Bond?
Yeah.
Odd Job's a hat.
What was his name, the little fella?
Oh, mate, you done me here.
Was it Knick Knack?
Knick Knack.
Yeah.
Tell her it's Knick Knack from now on.
She'd say, "Who's Nick Knack?" Yeah, Maradona, it was like, wow,
That's
like
amazing.
It's a proper superstar, and kind of he's kind of had the outlaw thing as well. But
When you meet people like that, right? So you've met everyone in the world, type of thing, right? Do you get nervous about that?
no, because I come to work out that they're only kind of normal people who've got an extraordinary gift, and I always just think, right, well, I've got an extraordinary gift, but I'm just a geezer from Manchester, do you know what I mean, who kind of made it big. And no, I don't think famous people like people going, "Oh my God," do you know what I mean?
Bentley was like that with Keanu Reeves the other day.
What?
Yeah.
Starstruck. No,
Yeah, you were, Bentley.
Just get the words out.
Well, I don't get. I mean, when I first met Paul McCartney. It was like I knew I was going to meet him because somebody Stella McCartney invited me to a party out at Wrexham. He said, "And by the way, my dad's here," and I was like, "Ooh," and he was Paul McCartney is so disarming. It's kind of you were his best mate within 5 minutes. But like footballers and that, I don't really. I'm not sure footballers are even aware of how much we idolise them. Do you know what I mean? They kind of live in that little bubble kind of thing, and they, you know, you might see them out at a restaurant. But I think in this country we're quite respectful to football stars. When I've been in Italy, and you've seen like one of the Milan team walk in a restaurant, it's chaos. It's just chaos. And but I think, yeah, they're just normal geezers who've worked hard at what they did, and they've got an extraordinary gift, and that's it.
What about this one then? Ronaldo, R9.
R9. I met him in DC10 in Ibiza. Anyone who's listening to this will know what DC10 is. It's hardcore. And he was kind of in a over the other side of the club, and he had a baseball cap, and I was like, I'm sure that's Ronaldo. So I went over to him and I went, "You Ronaldo?" And he went, "I am the real Ronaldo." And I was
Did he say that?
Yeah, he said, "I'm the real Ronaldo." And I was like, "Mate." And he was great. And then I bumped into him a couple of times at the Etihad, and he's brilliant. Just a real placid kind of guy, you know, like not doesn't seem to be any ego about him at all. Just a bit like, whoa.
That night you met him, you sent me a photo of you and him, and also in the picture was Damien Hirst.
Damien Hirst, yeah.
So was he in? How did that picture come about then?
Well, I was out with Damien's a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
So
fine.
we all happened to be on the island together, and we all went out, and yeah, we just, you know, I never take pictures of people. It's not my thing, but I don't remember who took the pics. I'm not sure Ronaldo knew who Damien Hirst was. I remember once I was going to a U2 gig on the Tube, and I know Bradley Cooper quite well, right? And we were all going to see U2, and I was with Damien Hirst, and Bradley Cooper leant into me, and halfway through the street he said, "Hey man, is that Phil Collins?"
Oh, no, Bradley Cooper is in the actor Bradley Cooper.
No, the sniper.
Wow. Oh, what's that? Wasn't it?
Who else do you think it was?
I don't know, Bradley Cooper. I was thinking, the way you said it so casually, I
in
thought...
bed his mind, it's like, what, Bradley Walsh from...
Right, yeah.
It is cross about him.
How do you know Bradley Cooper? How's that come about?
Right, okay, this is another funny story. I was at friends of mine, something to do with the British film industry, and we got invited to the BAFTAs one night. And we're at the dinner thing, and my missus said, "Do you know Bradley Cooper?" And I was like, "No." She said, "He's really trying to catch your eye over there." And I was like, and he kind of went, "Oh." So he came over and he said, "Can I just take a picture of you? Because my best friend in Philadelphia went to school with. You're the absolute double of him." And I was like, yeah, sure. And he took a picture. Right, listen, right. And he sent it to his mate. And then we just became friends, right? And every time he was in London, he'd give a shout, we'd go out. And he's top dude. And so about a year later, we're in a bar in New York, me and him. And he shows me a picture of his mate. I mean, he might as well have been showing me a picture of Lennox Lewis. Right? His mate was called. I don't know his mate was called. And he said, and I said, "Well, you're your mate." And he said, "Yeah, this is him." And I was like, "What?" And he called some waitress over, and he was like, "Man, you're like doppelgangers." And I'm like, "Man, we don't look anything like each other." It's like, and we called a waitress over, and his New York waitress, and said, "Right, see that guy there? I think he looks anything like him." She didn't even wait for the end of the sentence. She went, "No, not at all, not a single thing." And but yeah, he thought Damien Hirst was Phil Collins. Is the way he said it though. Is that Phil Collins? I was like,
Can I ask, with Damien Hirst, I know a few people that know him really well, and he's made them some artwork.
Yeah.
Like made them.
Yeah,
Have you got something? What's he made you?
Yeah, he made me. I've got a. So you know those pictures when you used to get them in the 70s, you walk past and it kind of move a little bit.
Yeah.
But when he put the shark in formaldehyde, the big shark, I've got a big shark framed and signed. So when you walk past it kind of moves.
Wow.
And everything.
Wow. That's just a one-off. That's for sure.
He is one of the most generous men you'll ever meet in life.
I know.
He's absolutely.
I've got a story about him, but I can only tell you off air. It's a great story, but I just can't say it on air.
Right, I've got quite a few as well.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.